Hello everyone, Supermarks37 here. In today's video, we're going to be doing my next city update, this time in the new house. So, before we get started, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe down below for more, as all your support is very much appreciated. So now, let's get started. And as you can see, there's already been a really big change to the Lego City, and we haven't even started building it yet. And that is the addition of this new table, which is just another 4 by 2 foot folding table, which gives us an extra 8 square feet of space, and that approximates to about 8 more base plates of space for the city, which is really cool. And you can see this is the table that our old city was on, and I actually did just decide to just reuse that, but just extend on it with this table. And we are going to reuse these upper platforms as well. We're going to get to that later in the video, so make sure you stay tuned to for that. But yeah, I think for today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on getting the general layout of it, and maybe start laying out some train track and possibly some road plates as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with that. Alright, so this is the layout that I'm kind of thinking about having these upper platforms in. And obviously they will be higher than they are now. This is just kind of me laying them out. And the only problem I have with it is it leaves this kind of awkward gap over here. But if we take a base plate, you can see we can fit one base plate of space over here. So if we wanted to maybe do like a river or something over here, we'd obviously have some train track going over it, but then we'd have a little bit of extra space to work with as well. So I think we can find something interesting to do over there. But yeah, I think this is what we're going to go with these upper platforms. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take these off and then get the train track laid out and then put the upper platform on top of that. So yeah, let's work on that. So we got the train track and the shelves all set up. So I think it's time to take a test run with just the train. Slow down just a little bit. See, it gets around that curve cleanly. Comes down that back straight. Slows down a little bit going around that curve. Guess it's getting a little bit too much tension on the tracks. And comes back around without hitting any of the poles, which is really awesome. So now, what I think I want to do is just kind of start planning out where buildings are going to go, because I would like to have a lot of my bigger buildings up top, like the Daily Bugle, Avengers Tower, the Police Station Modular, the buildings from that Friends Market Street set, the big one. I would like to have all of those buildings up top, and I know that I can fit one base plate and then one strip of roads up top, because that's how I had it in my last layout. So I think that's going to be consistent throughout this whole thing, where I'm going to have buildings, and then a row of roads, and then buildings, roads, all the way across, and then another road, and then more buildings in the back. Except in the back, over here, I think is where I want to do the space station, or the space launch area, rather. So, keep an eye out for that. We won't be getting to that in this video, but that will be coming soon, maybe in the next city update. So, yeah, let's go ahead and start getting some buildings, or get some roads placed, rather, and then we'll see how much room we got for buildings. Alright, we got all the road plates in now, but I did run out, because I do want this to be symmetrical, so I want strip of road going up here, but I want that on this side as well. But I might not go all the way up with it. I might just stop it here, so just have a road going here. Because what I would like to do is have my little rocket launch station over here in this corner. So having a road going off in front of that might take off a little bit of room that I might need for it. But we'll just see what happens, because I'm going to have to get more road plates no matter what. But we'll do that in the next update, because I can't really find them anywhere, and I'll have to order them online. So yeah, I think what we'll do next is actually get the beach set up, because I do have most of the beach pieces right here at the top of this box. So may as well go ahead and pull it up and see what we can get set up in this area. And ideally, I would like to have more water than I had before, because I would like to have a little bit more room for some boats, like the Lego Ideas sailboat promo. I really want that in the city instead of sitting on a shelf. So yeah, let's go ahead and work on the beach and see what we can get done with that. Alright, here's the beach area coming along. We obviously don't have figures in yet, but we'll go through and put figures throughout the whole city at the end. But I kind of like this. I like how we have a little bit more water space. It's actually 2.5 base plates wide. So it's 2 base plates by 2.5 base plates. I think this is a pretty good size for this beach area. And we will have enough room to put some boats out here. And if I ever do need more water room, I can just take this one base plate out and just extend this to be water as well. But I kind of like the L shape of the beach. So yeah, this is going to be it for the beach for now until we come back and add figures in. I did go ahead and add in the little sweet shop, the slushy stand, and my custom sushi shack as well, just to kind of fill in that area a little bit more. And in the end, probably not today, but maybe in the next update, I am going to be covering up these gaps on the table, just like I did before. And if you want to see that, I'll post my last city update right up here. And you can see how I did that with the foam board. So I will be doing that all the way around the city again. I will have to get some more foam board though, so it might be next update, maybe the update after that, but who knows. So now I think what I want to do is start planning out where buildings are going to go, and then figure out where the park is going to go. That way I can kind of get some of this green plate out of here. I almost kind of want to do the park down in the lower area, maybe over in this corner somewhere. But I'm just going to have to experiment with it and see what works. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and work on that. Got a little more progress made. I decided to go ahead and put in my cargo train platform, as well as the platform 9 3/4 from the Harry Potter Hogwarts Express set. And I also went ahead and kind of mapped out where the park is going to go. And I think right here next to the Hogwarts station is going to look really nice, because I'll have all the little details back in here, and then you can get right on the train from the park. And eventually, I think I'd like to have some sort of staircase or elevator or something that'll take you up to the upper level, but that's probably a little bit farther down the road. And I'm probably going to stick it in this corner, but like I said, I'm not sure about that yet. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the park all detailed up, and then we'll start putting in some buildings. Alright, we got a little bit more detail done on the park. And if you guys do remember, in one of my last city updates, I mentioned that I wanted to mirror the build from the City in the Park set, the new 2022 one. And I do actually have another copy of that set. And now I've got room to actually mirror it. So what I'm going to do is I'll have the mirrored one sitting right next to it. But we might not do that today, but I don't know yet. We'll just have to see. But yeah, we got the little playground area over here, a couple trees in the back, the little barbecue and table, even a skunk down in there, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for the park for now until we add the minifigures later. So now what I think we'll do is we'll work on the sidewalks and then get some buildings in. So yeah. Alright, we now got all of our buildings put up in the city, at least all of our current buildings. And you can just see how much more open space we have in this layout compared to our old layout, where we still have this whole upper platform over here, as well as a whole bunch of area down here to fill in with details as well. But let's go ahead, and now that we got all the buildings up, the last step is to just put in vehicles and figures, and of course set up a few superhero scenes. So yeah, let's go ahead and work on that, and then we'll take a tour of the city. Alright, we got minifigures, cars, and some fight scenes all set up. So let's take a look at the entire city. We'll start over on this side with the Daily Bugle. And you can see, I turned this little empty lot into a little car meet, which I thought was a pretty good idea until I get another building to fill this spot. And the building that I'm actually thinking about getting to fill this is going to be the new 2022 modular, the Boutique Hotel. Because I think that as a corner will really finish off this end really nicely. And then just off from that, you can see we have Venom breaking out of the Daily Bugle with Spider-Man hanging upside down, webbing him up. Then in the car meet, you can see we got a Camaro, a Challenger, 911, a little 4+ race car, a couple hot rods, and then just some car enthusiasts all around. Then moving up the Daily Bugle, you can see we do have one of the jetpack police officers flying here, which is pretty awesome. Then we got some cars on the road. We got the new car hauler that we just built the other day. Loaded it up with a couple cars. The McLaren Elva, a fire truck back in there. Then up on the police station, you can see we got Punisher, who's being attacked by a whole bunch of criminals. You can see he's already gunned one of them down. He's in the process of gunning another one down, and He's got 2 more left to go, but there is a police officer climbing up that ladder, probably trying to stop him. Then moving on, you can see we got our kid flying his drone, which is still one of my favorite CMFs we've ever gotten. I love that figure so much. Then we've actually got Zane's mech here on top of the garage and pet store. And that's attacking one of the Snake Warriors. Just thought it'd be a pretty cool set to include. Don't really get a lot of Ninjago inclusion, so I wanted to change that a little bit. Moving on down to the road, you can see we got a Ferrari, another Challenger, another Hot Rod, cycling truck, the camper. Then moving up on top of the bank, you can see we got Shang-Chi and Taskmaster fighting. Shang-Chi doing a backflip right over Taskmaster, going to knock him off the building. We got a few more buildings, a few more cars. We got Iron Man here, saving a car from falling off the road, probably because Gargantos knocked it out. And Gargantos is actually the big fight in the city this time. We got a whole bunch of heroes fighting it. We got Doctor Strange, Spider-Gwen, Wolverine, Blade down here, Hulk in the back. You can see it destroyed one of the police ATVs with that officer laying on the ground now. And yeah, it's a pretty big scene. I really like the Gargantos set as well. If you guys haven't had a chance to pick that one up, go get it. You cannot go wrong with that set. The build of it's absolutely amazing, and the figures are even more amazing. And moving on up Avengers Tower, you can see we got Black Panther fighting the Mandarin here. The Mandarin sending 5 of the 10 rings at him. Then moving on up, we have a big fight up here with Thanos, where we have the Iron Spider, we have Thor, and we have Icarus, all fighting Thanos, who's got the full Infinity Gauntlet. Then down here, we got a couple people on top of the roof of the salon, drinking some tea or coffee or whatever they might be drinking. We got the museum. Then on the Sanctum Sanctorum, you can see we got a couple Hydra agents here on top, Hawkeye fighting 2, and then Shang-Chi's sister over here fighting another one. And then up top, on top of the Quinjet, Captain America and Falcon are taking apart another squad of AIM agents. You see Captain America's got 2, and then Falcon's got 2 over here. And actually really like this scene as well. Like having some people fighting on top of planes. I think it's just a really cool scene overall. Down here we got the Crook hideout, which it's really just a filler building at this point. Since there's so much more stuff that I want to get into the city, this one will eventually end up leaving. Then down here, I decided just to fill in this last little plot with just a little, like, food area where we got the burger stand, ice cream truck, little recycling center. Then we got the hot dog cart, as well as the popcorn cart. We even got a little band sitting here in the middle playing. We got a guitarist, a violinist, and then a minion playing saxophone. Then we got some more awesome cars on the road. We got a police canine unit, the Flying Ford from Harry Potter, the Jaguar SUV, a taxi. And then coming out onto the bridge, you can see we got the pilot girl standing up top on top of the bridge. Probably just dreaming of flying one day. Then we got the taxi from the Daily Bugle actually falling off the bridge. Probably got knocked off because of these aliens here that are attacking Wong. But Kamala Khan's there to save the taxi. She's got it in her arm. But then down here you can see I decided just to add a little residential area down here. It's nothing much. It's just kind of a couple buildings thrown down here at this point. But it'll eventually evolve into something a lot better than that. And I also threw that little tent in there as well. Then moving on, you can see we got our train yard here, where we got a couple people working down in the train yard, both in the forklift, just a couple more people standing around. But we also got Dr. Octopus up here, who is got the Winter Soldier in his grasp, or Bucky Barnes, rather, but Ant-Man and the Wasp are there to save him. We also got this little train work vehicle, which I think is from the 90s. I'm not exactly sure, but I really like it. It's got 2 sets of wheels. You got the train wheels that fold down, and then you got regular wheels if you want to take it on regular roads. Then we got the rest of the cargo train. Then we get into the park, where we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Got minifigures on the playground, the moose standing in the back, President Business there at the table, Shaggy and Scooby at the grill, the little park maintenance truck there as well. And I do have another one of these sets to build up and mirror. So I'll have the mirrored version of this tree from the Picnic in the Park set will actually be sitting right there where the little maintenance car is sitting, but that'll be for the next update. And then we also got the Hogwarts train station here with the Hogwarts Express coming in hot. And the last area that we have to look at is actually the beach area, where we just got a few figures standing around, a few surfers, breakdancer, somebody who looks like he may be in the wrong place to be taking a bath. Then we also got Storm out here fighting Hydro Man, which I think is a pretty cool fight scene as well. And then the sailboat ideas set, which I really wanted to add to the water. That's one of the main reasons I extended the water area, is just to get that boat to fit, because I absolutely love it. And then we got the little Pelican polybag from a couple years ago. Absolutely love that set as well. It's probably one of my favorite polybags that I've ever gotten. Then we just got a few more people walking around on the beach. Then we got Daredevil and Scarlet Spider fighting the Sandman, which is, again, just a pretty nice little fight scene between a couple of awesome minifigures. And then over here, we have Killmonger and his goons trying to make an escape on a little raft, but Power Man and the police are there to stop him. And yeah, one last scene. We do have Deadpool here, stabbing a criminal with his sword, about to drop him off the bridge. A little bit violent, but Deadpool is a pretty violent hero. But yeah, that's going to do it for this city update. Let me know what you guys think of this new layout and what you would like to see, because as you can see, we do have a lot of room left. We have this space down here to fill. I do have plans for this area up here, but there will be a couple extra plots to do stuff with. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of it down below in the comments. And as always, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe down below for more, as all your support is very much appreciated. With that being said, SuperBricks37, signing off.